Today, we're going to be talking about having fun to create results faster. So, the reason this works so well is because it keeps you going. Because when you're having fun, you want to keep doing it. But one thing that often gets in our way is this thought. No, it's hard. It's hard to create the result that we want. It's hard to get the thing that we want. But when we continue to think that, what ends up happening is we make it so much harder on ourselves. I want you to think about your goal. And when you think about, is it easy or hard to get there? What comes up? If your answer is that it's hard to get there, your brain has been working really hard at making things hard for you. If you're thinking that it's easy, your brain has started to find easier ways to do things. It has started to find ways that it can be more fun, that you can do things faster, that you can actually achieve more in less time. Like it has started working on figuring out these things. And so if you want to start changing this from going to like, it's going to be so hard to this is easy, I want you to ask yourself, what is easy about this? Another thing that I like to do is break it down so simply that it does seem really easy. So let's take recording a podcast episode. At first, your brain might tell you, like, this is really hard. It's going to be so hard. But let's really break it down. Like, it could look as simple as like pressing record on my phone. I'm just going to talk. I know how to talk. I know how to write an outline. I know how to read an outline, like breaking it down so that it doesn't seem so hard. It's like I just press a button and I start talking and I know how to talk and I know how to press a button. Like if you can start to break things down that simply, your brain will be like, oh yeah, you know what? This is actually a lot easier than I think it is because everything can be broken down to these very simple steps. So let's say that you're going to create a post. How could you break this down so that it could be so much easier? I know how to type sentences. I know how to type. I know how to create an image, whether it looks that great or not. Like I know how to take a picture of something and then I know how to post it. Like how can you start to break it down where it's like, oh yeah, I could actually do this. And that can make it so much easier. Another thing you can do is actually ask yourself, how could I make this easier? And then see what comes up because you might have tons of ideas in your brain on how to make something easier, but we just haven't asked ourselves the question to actually see how we could make it easier. And when you make things easier, you're going to want to continue taking that action. And if you want to work on this with me to create commitment so that going after your goals is so much easier, then go to createcommitment.com so that you can get on the wait list for my course, How to Create Commitment.